Much for this wonderful opportunity again. Um, my name is Promise Ike Orihe, but I would like to remind you that this video or this lesson is as important as other lessons that you've been attending. Just take it that way. Yes. Now we are going to talk about public speaking skills. There are so many skills in public speaking. Somebody that have gained the profession in higher institution, the certificate for it, will tell you the same thing. But the main thing is doing it, knowing it, becoming it, and then practicing it. But before you come out as a public speaker, there must be one thing you must know. The very first thing is knowing who you are. That's the first. While the second is what you want to say. Yes, the angle, your target is another thing. Then the audience, whom are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to? Then after all this, you are set. Then you choose your personality. Remember, knowing who you are is different from choosing your personality. Knowing who you are is your real self. Then choosing your personality is just an additional figure, just like wearing a cloth. How you want to be, how you want to be addressed, how you want people to see you as, or look at you as. But that's by the way. So now, I divided this particular lesson into three. Yes, and we are going to take it bit by bit. So I would like you to have the patience, and I promise you, you will learn a lot. The first here is your body language in public speaking. Yes, body language. Why the second is your facial contact. Your facial contact. And the third is the sound. Mark my word, the sound. I repeat again. The first one is your body language. The second, your facial contact. And the third, the sound. After all this, these things that I just mentioned now, you will discover that all these three must be going to the direction of either locomotive or verbal. But that's by the way. So let's take the first one. Body language is very, very important in public speaking. Is a skill that if you are able to master it, you will conquer the stage. Even if the people that you are speaking to know you very well and maybe dislike you due to one or two errors that you've been, when you are being groomed. But that's by the way. So now, this body language, whenever you want to speak, you act according to the word that you are going to say out. Sometimes, for instance, if you are angry, your face will first of all change. Then the voice as well will now change. There will be a hush coming out from the voice, the sound, and then followed by the body language. And this body language now is the most important and the very aspect of it that turns people, the one that makes them to feel the same anger in you, is your body language. Is the first. When you are angry, you just say, no, I cannot take it from you. You just move. With that harshness, you freeze your body and act as if you want to do something or act negatively due to the body language. And now sometimes on stage, when you're speaking, sometimes we do make mistakes. Yes, sure, a public speaker, you make mistakes, but that mistake is only you made it by yourself and for yourself, unto yourself as well. That's the mindset you must have for you to correct or master the body language. That mistake is not for anybody or to anybody, but to yourself. Meanwhile, we say we make no mistakes. That is, to our audience, we make no mistakes. What seems to be a mistake, we will convert it to another thing. We know we do make mistakes, but that particular thing you call mistake, we don't call it mistake to you, because speaking with you, to you, we don't make mistakes. Now, if you think that you make mistakes whenever you discover anything error, be it your language, nobody is perfect, my dear. Maybe English, or you just give a kind of blunder. Hello, nobody is perfect. They will only take what they want to take. But if you feel that particular error immediately and break down, then your body language will change automatically. You will express a frustrated movement. That is, the gesture there will express frustration to them. And remember, strategy of a fighter: when you are being paced, when you are being carried away emotionally, then the wise man will strike. But despite the emotions, you remember your skills and what you want to do, the wise will keep calm. Are you getting it? Yes. A wise man, if he wants to strike you now, he will first of all make sure that you are down emotionally. Because if you are down emotionally, you will forget every skill that you have acquired in that particular line or aspect. Be it war, be it competitive singing, or what have you. But if you're not carried away by anything emotions, you will remember that this is what I've learned. Now, let's practicalize it. You are a warrior. You know too many skills, too many kicks, and you just come out in a kind of a ring to fight. You are looking at the person's leg, hands, all his movements. You're just looking at it. All of a sudden, somebody out there now say that you are weak. No matter what, the person will start saying all sorts of things to annoy you. Immediately you get annoyed, your face will change, and immediately that happened, you will no longer concentrate on that particular leg that you are looking at. You will be forced to rush your opponents just with muscle, due to what? You are carried away by emotions. The same thing is applicable to public speaking. And the angle we are talking about is the errors, when you make mistakes. So, how do you conquer this? With this instance, one is, do not be carried away by your emotions. Do not be carried away. Do not be carried away by your emotions. Because if you do, they will capture you. That is number one. Then two, be conscious of all the movements that you will make when you reach to that stage. To a public speaker, your words, every sound, your movements, your facial contacts, both eye or whatever, you must be conscious. None of them will happen without your consent. You are in charge of both your body, your voice, and everything that's happened on stage and outside of that stage. You must be conscious of all the movements that you will make. If not, you will fail that particular aspects of public speaking skills. Let's take for instance, if you are a shy type, you suffer stage fright, inferiority complex, or whatever, and you get on the stage, immediately like you start shaking. People will focus on that you're shaking, and they will forget that they paid to come and listen to such seminar or to come and learn. You will end up ruining their day. Yes, and as well painting yourself black, a kind of mistake that you will spend the rest of your life to correct. Yeah. So as it stands, you'll be conscious of all the movements. Now you're looking at me. If I want to say something now, and it seems I've forgotten what I want to say, I'll pause a little. Now look at you. To you, I'm thinking. At the same time, you're not sure. But if I now give you this gesture, some will kind of give a sound like then you will know that I've forgotten something. But if I just calm down without doing anything like that, you will notice that I am conscious of whatever thing I'm doing. So this is another skill that you need to master. Be conscious of all your movements. That is about the second one. Now I'm going to apply it. Now the third one is this. The crowd. Yes, is in line with being, let me say, suffering from stage fright and inferiority complex or whatever. So, you can just look at it this way. When you look at the crowd, if you see that these people, maybe you know somebody there, or you didn't expect such a crowd. You feel like, oh, am I the one that they are going to look at? No. This point now is you must not belittle yourself. Once you are on stage, no matter the rank of the person sitting or the rank of the audience, let me tell you, you are in charge. Yes, you are in charge. Focus on what you are telling them. You are now advising them as the public speaker what they do not know because they are sitting. Whether they know it or not, that one is their business. You are on stage to teach people something that you know that they did not know. Because if they knew it, then they will not come there. They wouldn't have appeared there. So they don't know it. So you have it at the back of your mind. So for now, I will take a rest. For now, this is the ones that we have to discuss about public speaking. So what you do, meditate on it. Let the discussion start now while I meet you in the next second. Thank you very much.